Morning. Well, today I've come to somewhere different. I've come over to the Alore Estuary and the salt plains, just past where they have the one of the farms here for the sea farms. It's on the way down to Alore Estuary. It's a beautiful place. I'd recommend it to anyone that's over here coming birding. I just thought I'd show you some of the waders that we have in the area, even in winter. We have ruff here, we have green sandpipers, there's teal here. There's quite a few birds, you'll see them in a minute. It's great as well because it's a protected area. It's all actually cordoned off, so the birds are pretty good when you get here. They don't fly away, which is why I can bring the dogs out for a nice walk as well. So I brought my 3 dogs with me, and they're going to wander around while I'm doing this. And this is the actual area here. This is the area here, all the way round. This is the area here. It's absolutely beautiful. You got a few cars and bikes driving past, but as you can see, it's wonderful here. Anyway, I'm going to show you some of the birds and we'll see how it goes. Well, the very first thing, as I said, is a ruff. In fact, we've got a couple of ruff there. And we've got beautiful. It's the very first bird you've seen here in the morning. At this time of year, the ruff are quite rare at this time of year, but this one, there's a few of them that seem to stay around here all the time, feeding because of the actual food that's found in this area. The sun's still not up yet, so it's still a little bit dark. We have a snipe here as well. This area is renowned for the snipe. There's normally at least 10 or 15 in this area always, and they're normally pretty close, and they're not as frightened as the normal ones that you find in most areas, so you can actually get pretty close to them. As you can see, we actually have 3 ruff here already. There's another one over here. Over here to the right, we have a black-winged teal'c. In fact, there's 2 of them, but that's the best one to see. I can see lots of other birds. As soon as the sun comes up a little bit better, we'll be able to see them, but these are the ones that are easiest to pick out at the moment before the sun comes up. As I said, the snipe are prevalent in this area. There's another 2. Again, there's another 3 actually, just feeding there. These birds seem to be here all the time in this area, in the mornings especially, but even in the afternoons and days they're often around here. We have over the back here, we have the green-winged teal'c. Just over here, where are we? And a little bit further, there they are. And there are the green-winged teal'c, which are always in this area as well. That's lovely to see. As I said, this is a beautiful area. Normally you can get between 40 and 45 different species of birds here during the morning period. Flamingos don't seem to be around at the moment. They're probably over the back though, so. We have here a common redshank as well. As the sun starts to come up, we'll see some of the birds a little bit better. Just down here to the side now, one of the ruff is coming in really close. It's probably about 15 meters away, so as I said, they have no fear here in this area. As I said, we have a lot of snipe here. We've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 of them here, actually feeding together. Another ruff is just wandering in there as well. It's actually 6 ruffs so far. The sun is just starting to come up, so it should get better in a minute and we can see them a little bit better. But it's nice to be here just before it comes up, so the birds get used to you being here. This is a stunning area. Oh, we have a pied avocet here as well, just wandering into the scene. Lovely bird, the pied avocet. As you can see, the sun's just starting to come up now, so it should start to get a little bit clearer. And hopefully the brightness will come up a little bit on the screen. But there you go, pied avocet as well. Now we actually have 2 pied avocet here at the moment. We have one over here, and we have another one just over here on the side. Where is he? There he is. Lovely. Now we have a black-tailed godwit here. Only one of them, unusual. Normally there's 4 or 5 here at the time, at any one time, but there's one here feeding nicely. Now the sun's coming up, you can see him quite clearly. As I said, this is such a beautiful place to be in the mornings. It's so peaceful here. Now the sun's coming onto the water, you can see the snipe a lot better. As I said, there's so many of them feeding here. We have a greenshank here as well, just feeding over the side there. You can see it just there in the middle. Just moving to the right slightly with the black wing tilt behind it. There we go. There's just over the back there, preening itself, is another ruff. This is the ruff that has the 4 rings on it. This one seems to be here most of the year. This is I think because of this one, it brings in some of the others. But this one with the rings is nearly always in this bottom right-hand corner of this, by the tanks that they have here on just to the side. You can see the rings on it when he lifts his legs. As you can see, it's just snipe galore here. There's 4 feeding together. Well, in fact, there's 5. There's another one to the right. Beautiful. Snipes are a lovely bird. And as I said, they're always in this area. We have another ruff just come in here to the side. Another 2 ruff just flown in. We have everything together here. We have a green winged tilk. We have 4 or 5 snipe feeding there in the background, just behind it. And then we have a black winged silt here. As I said, it's just, and then the ruff to the side of it. You can literally get 10 or 15 species all in one picture here sometimes, if you're lucky enough. while they're feeding like this early morning. Such a beautiful sight to see. And there we actually have four ruff together. Well, there's 3 of them. The other one's just at the side. So that's 4. There's 3 here. There's 1 over the back. 4. So there's 5 ruff here at the moment, all feeding together, along with about half a dozen snipe. And as if I pan round, you'll see very quickly the snipe all feeding there. Black-winged silt down at the front, along with the green-winged tilk there as well. Beautiful sight. Such an amazing thing to see this in the mornings. We even have over here, just to the left now, the 2-pied avocet again. They've come in. They're all coming to this bottom right hand corner to feed normally in the mornings. Such a lovely sight to see. I have a beautiful green shank here in the middle, with another black-winged silt over the back, with the green shanks there right in the centre. Lovely. I haven't seen the dunlin this morning, which is unusual. Normally there's quite a few here. Beautiful bird, the green shank. Normally get green sandpipers here as well, but I haven't seen one yet this morning. If I'm not mistaken, that's a curlew sandpiper. There's a dunlin just over to the side here feeding, but the one here, it's got a long, thin, slightly down-curved beak, so I believe it's a curlew sandpiper. Can't really see it, slightly against the light at the moment, but with that beak I can't really see it being anything else. And to the right we've got here a dunlin as well. Yeah, you can see the thinner, longer, down-curved beak, slightly down-facing beak at the end. Comes to a point and a taper as it comes down. I believe that is a curlew. And then just over the back there is the one with the shorter beak, which is the dunlin. There we go. There we have the dunlin in the centre now, with the shorter beak. And over the back here we have, I believe, as I said, I believe it's a curlew with the down curve, thinner beak. And another dunlin just to the right there. Beautiful. Well, as I said, there's so many different birds here in the mornings, it's well worth a visit. We now have 3 black-tailed godwit there. As I said, they normally always come in. As long as you're here just before the sun comes up, it's great, because you can sit here quietly or just stand here quietly behind the fence and they get used to you. They're used to the cars driving past, so they never fly off, which is lovely. I mean, even this ruff that's just sitting there, it's amazing. So beautiful. And the avocets over here again. Next with the black-tailed godwits. Right over the back here we have a grey plover and a couple of red shanks as well. There's the grey plover on the right there, the stubby little bird. Just had the black-winged tilk walk in front of it, but that's the grey plover there over the back. Down in this bottom right hand corner now we have the ruff with the rings on. Another snipe. 2 green-winged teal'c. Some green shank over the back. A green shank over the back. With more with more black wings silt. It's incredible here, as I said, it just never stops. It's just continuous birds all the time. It's beautiful. Oh, we've just had another 5 or 6 coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got actually 10 of them here at the moment. Black-tailed Godwits over this side. There's another 2 on the right here, so it's 12 Godwits here at the moment. These ones just flew in from the other side of the delta. I've moved around a little bit so I can get a better view of the black-tailed Godwits here with the sun. The sun is coming up from the left here. As you can see, there's 10 of them here feeding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, I think there's even more now. There's a few more over the side. As you can see, even with the cars going past, the birds are not at all phased here. It's very good. Lovely. And we actually have 13 now. Another one's just flown in. We've got 13 black-tailed Godwit over here at the moment. Beautiful. As the sun's come up, you can see them a lot clearer now. There's one there with a beautiful red, almost nuptial colours on still. The others seem to have the winter colours. I'm not sure whether it's a younger bird or just, but still beautiful to see. All just feeding here in the shallows. We're going to go back and have a quick walk, leave the equipment where it is and go back and get the car now. I've just seen the flamingos up the other end, so I'm going to leave this bottom right hand corner now and go over and see if I can show you the flamingos. But as you can see, even walking past here, the birds aren't at all phased, which is lovely. I'm going to pick up the equipment that I left here just now, and then we're going to go right over to the other side there and I'll show you the flamingos. We have another black-tailed Godwit with another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the background, so that's quite a few more up this end as well with the sandling. We have a lovely little red shank just sitting there as well. And as I promised, there are the flamingos. There's only a few here today. We normally have a lot more, but at the moment we only seem to have 3 here. We have another grey plover up this end. There's quite a few of the plovers around at the moment. As you can see, another Godwit here as well. My God, we've got so many Godwit here today. And there we go. I'll leave you with the flamingos. They're not very active at the moment. Well, I just noticed through the scope over the back here, we actually have 52. I just counted them.
pied avocet, along with a couple of grey heron over there as well. But that's a high count. I have never actually seen that many together before, so that's a nice little treat. 52 pied avocet. We have a black-headed gull here as well. I've seen a few of them, but this one's a little bit closer so you can actually see him. Seems quite quiet here this morning, but as the sun's coming up, it's getting easier to see some of the birds. We actually have quite a few herons over here at the moment as well. You may be just about to see them. There's 3 or 4 there. There's a couple more down here. And there's another one hiding over the back there. There's about 9 or 10 of them at the moment, along with a couple of more black-headed gulls over there. The sandling are there again. 2 of them are actually out of the water now, so you can see them a little bit better. We have a cormorant flying over there somewhere. Where's he gone? No, gone. But so many birds. It's just an absolute pleasure to be here, seeing this amount of birds all in one place. It's one of my favourite places to come every morning with the dogs. At least they get a good walk, and I can do some birding every day, which is wonderful. There's the grey plover again, running around there. And hiding. Lovely. Over the back here we've got a marsh harrier, a long way off, but he was just flying. I just saw him land. I saw all the birds scattering as the marsh harrier took off, and he just landed on the bush there. And he's just sitting there on the bank in the middle, surveying the area. It's such a long way off. It's probably about 100 meters away, but at least you can just about make him out. Well, the last little bit of this area that I thought I'd show you is walking down between the wetland on the right and the last pond on the left. There doesn't seem to be much round today, but so I'm not going to bother to walk down too far. But as you can see, it's a stunning area. Over in the back there, the birds are normally always feeding on where the water comes into this top tank. As the fish come in, the birds are feeding there, obviously. But this is a magnificent walk around this area. Well, I thought I'd bring you up this end to show you the egrets feeding, and we've actually got a great white egret here as well, which is a lovely treat. There you go, right in the centre there, beautiful bird, along with quite a few herons over here. And where the water is coming through between the front and the back pond, we have a large congregation of cormorants and little egret, all feeding here on the fish that are coming through. We have a few spoonbills there as well at the front, there in the centre. So we've got 3 or 4 spoonbills, quite a few little egrets, but the nicest one is the great egret there over the back, the great white egret with the heron. Lovely. As you can see, the great white egret is the same size as the heron. Beautiful bird, lovely orange beak or yellow beak. Such an elegant bird. The herons and the little egrets are there in the centre, along with, oh no, the great white egret's moving now. Moving along by the spoonbills. We have so many of these herons here as well. The grey heron, they're in abundance here. I can actually see just over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can actually count 16 of them at the moment here. Incredible. And over the back here we have again another 12 or 13 little egrets, along with 3 or 4 spoonbills, some black-headed gulls, some great cormorants, more cormorants flying in as the water comes in through the estuary area, and everything's just feeding here. Beautiful. We actually have a ringed spoonbill here. Beautiful bird. You can see the rings clearly on it.
That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the new area. It's an amazing place to come and see if ever you're in the Alvor area. It's just past Portugal. Come over the railway track and down to the back of the estuary here. It's an absolutely wonderful place. Beautiful, peaceful place in the morning, and as you've seen, so many different birds. Anyway, I'm going to just leave you now with the peaceful view of the area. Absolutely stunning. Please remember, if you've enjoyed the video, to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment and share the video if you think anyone else would be interested. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.